Whew. I've been doing a lot of shit. Right. What a day at Dunkin'. A day. Like, that seems so long, bro. I'm already live. We already chilling by now. I gotta put air in my tire. Come in clutch. These tariffs crazy as fuck, bro. Because I got this for like 20 bucks. Hang on. They got the lawn people out. What's good? I know I'm starting the live late. I got this air pump, or this, for your tire, for like 20 bucks on Amazon. And if you go look at it now, it's like $40-$50, bro, for this thing. So I got a notification my tire pressure was low. I'm just gonna wait until the sensor turns off. All right. So I'm just gonna sit in my car and notification goes away. Like, do I leave the car running or what? What would be the move? 28. I'll wait till just for the sensor to turn off. I think next week I'm gonna get another new tire. Yesterday, I swore he said 70. Let me correct myself. I swore I heard the guy quote me 70. I asked him, so how did, why does the cars need different tires now? That's crazy. Why isn't there just SUV tires and then there's just standard sedan tires? If you got a truck, there's like, why is it not standard? Thank you for the like. Like, can somebody explain to me? Maybe there's a mechanic in the chat. I'm genuinely asking this. SUVs, a little bit bigger, so they probably need a little bit bigger tires. Jeeps, we already know they got different tires. What's up, girl? Sedans, those are smaller, so they probably need smaller tires. Why isn't there just a standard? So you drive a sedan. Let me see if we got sedan tires in the back. You said you drive a SUV. Okay. You got a work truck, truck tires. Let's see if we got some truck tires in the back. Why is it always, what's good? Babe, chill. The car is in park. Relax your nuts. Bro, we're not going to have the chat being spam. Do you see this? Do you see that? It says park. Okay. Chill. I'm asking a question for the chat. We don't need spammers. We don't need tattletales or just weird people in the chat. Genuinely, I'm just, we just keeping it chill. Chill it out, y'all. Why is, like, I had to go and get like a spare, or not a spare. I got like a back tire replaced. And next week when I get paid, I'm going to go and get the other back tire replaced. So, like, what's good, everybody? Because somebody explained to me, I asked a question earlier. If anybody knows, if you don't, this is a craft channel. I don't expect there to be mechanics in here. But why isn't there, like, okay, my sensor went off, so we're gonna turn the car off. Why isn't there just like SUV tires? There's not sedan tires, little coupe car tires. Why isn't there a standard? Everybody's just like, well, what's the numbers on it? I'm like, how am I going to memorize this by heart? So I'm filling up my tire. All right. I had the sensor go off. Thanks for the likes, y'all. And my phone let me know I needed to fill the car. Or not my phone. My car, the little dash had a notification, so I'm filling this tire up. I know I need to replace this tire probably I'm thinking next week, because these were when I first got the car last year. I think I need to replace. Why isn't this screwing on? I'm just trying to screw this back on. I know this ain't my usual content. Now we doing mechanic stuff. But yeah. Get y'all you see that? Get you this is a pump. This is a little tire pump. I'm gonna take it in the house so I can charge it, and you can keep one. Then you don't gotta pay for air. I paid for this like a few years ago. I actually got like where is it? I had like a brand reach out and ask me. I'm like, I don't need another pump necessarily, but you know, so I don't think I ended up doing that review. But I don't know, life hack, keep a little pump in your car. This also has a light on it, so you know you can literally just take this little wand out, screw it up to your car. I think it works on bikes too. I'm just dropping little nuggets, always trying to give my little tips and tricks. I'm always giving like stuff that I've lived through, etc. So you're not trying to look for quarters, because they be on that. Some pumps be only accepting quarters, and now you ass out because you only brought a plastic card. You know what I mean? So get you a little pump off of Amazon, especially if you live, what's good everybody, especially if you live in the colder states. When it gets cold at night, your tires will lose pressure. Oh, they was in and out. See, look how late I got here, bro. I'm usually not, I'm already in the house by now. The maintenance people done left. That were doing the lawn stuff for the neighbor's house. They gone. I must have caught the tail end of it. All right, let me get my key. We finna get upstairs. I was at Dunkin'. It was, fuck. What is good today? Lady was like, there go that girl with that cute jacket again. I said, okay, thank you. She was like opening up her shop. And I was walking by. I needed the jacket today though. All right. Yeah, I needed that jacket. Let me get my keys. What's up, JC? Mr. JC in the chat. Oh, look at you. Look at you, Karen. You out here. What's going on in the chat though, y'all? Y'all need to chill. Everything. I've already set the intention when I do a live. So if anybody has any like wild off the wall PDF file, like weird stuff to say, I've already set the intention that all of that energy is redirected back to you tenfold. If you want to be on some weird stuff. So yeah, I'm not having that. I know we just getting into the chat, so there's new people, immature people, but then there's the real people that want to stick around. We don't have time for that. We literally are here just to chill and do art. So if you're not here to do that, you gotta go. Hey, you gotta go. Hey. I got here. I know I got here late. I gotta tell you my Dunkin' story. Everybody who joined the chat know there's usually a Dunkin' story. So I'm a regular at my Dunkin'. They know me. They know my order. She didn't even ask me. She's like, she just rang me up. I just beeped my card or whatever. They know me. Once you become a regular, that's what I'm trying to do. Like when it's something specific like that, you gotta have it like made. Some coffee places, they don't be making it right? But like if you become a regular, then they know exactly how you want it. Because sometimes like I'll go to a different one way out. Why is it tasting bitter? How can, you know, so it's always a hit or miss with a going coffee to get coffee. That can like really make or break your day. For real. But okay, so y'all here for the Dunkin'. It was packed. It's always busy now. I'm like this Dunkin', like I told you, this is only a walk-in Dunkin', so you cannot go through the drive-through. This one's the closest one on my way. I really tried to like do some cuts so I would save some time, and I really didn't end up saving time because I got there. I probably waited, honestly, like 10 minutes. This lady was trying to be racist. Like, bro, I'm always catch that. Like, hey, I'm a nigga. I know that. I grew up black my whole life. Some you can't change. I lived in the suburbs, so I know the first-hand weird activity, the weird, you know, stuff that be going on. I ain't new to this. So, them Dunkin' ladies, I know they working. So I got patience. I'm not looking mad because I'm like, it's not something you can slap together. When you're making coffee, I see all the stuff they got to be doing back there, okay? I'm never going to get mad at a coffee shop for trying to do that because people be wanting the most elaborate stuff when they go to the coffee shop. Y'all know my order. If you're new here, I keep it simple. Iced caramel coffee, cream and sugar, whatever. But today I got medium. I usually get like a large, whatever. This week I don't know, I switched to mediums, whatever. This black lady, knowing she's a problem. Like, people who know they're the problem will always be the first niggas to speak up. That's the craziest thing. And it's the funniest thing, too. I told you last time, because I seen this person, I'm like, okay, you a regular. So you're going to, what's good? You're going to be an issue if I can't get here before you. But how, you know, you're not going to know that. So anyway, this lady, she always brings her daughter in. You trying to wait in line to order, and I can't even do this because of the angle of my phone. There's a whole line of people behind you, and you still at the register like this. That's an issue. You had the whole time, and you're a regular, you had the whole time to look at the menu before you got in line. You didn't even have to get in line. I don't like people who get in line and then they still gotta. Do you not know that there's a whole line behind you? And then the daughter. This was the funniest thing. The daughter, my legs are in a split, if you can see. The daughter on phone at the register. She's not even helping the mom decide on what everybody's going to get. That's an issue. that is an issue. That happened before. But today, she want to stand beside me, like after everybody ordered. Now it's just a kind of a silence crowd of people literally waiting to get their coffee made, right? She want to say, this is like, I catch racism. That's what I was telling y'all about. This a black lady. She's standing next to me. There's like a bunch of orders getting pulled out. Some of the staff, actually most of the staff is Latinos behind the counter, and I love them. Like I said, I'm not gonna ever get mad at somebody making my coffee because people be coming up with the most elaborate stuff. Can you sprinkle like some unicorn dandruff in here and shake it, not stir it over here, and then take it to Italy? No, I'm not gonna do all that. I just want to was good, everybody. But anyway, there's like a Mexican man in front of me. He was waiting to hear his order. I don't think maybe he heard his order, but like the lady at the counter, she did call for the 2 drinks, and he just continued to stand there. I didn't know that was his order. The black lady want to say, you know, these Mexican people, they can't read. I said, there was a white lady who just stood there. She didn't even try to read her label on her coffee. She was one of the people holding it up. It's not just race. I caught that. I said it was also a white lady that did that too. Don't just say because they're Mexican they can't read. Don't say that. I will catch that. So I checked that black lady about. I'm like, it's not just Mexican people. There's honestly just stupid people that don't know how to read, but continue to involve themselves in situations where you need to read and you need to be listening. You know, listen for your drink to be called. That was what was holding people up. It's like it's under $5. I just be getting. The large is also under $5. Thanks for the likes, y'all. But yeah, that was like the whole thing today. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna catch that shit. Like, you're not gonna be slick and like try to say something, but you're in the wrong. Because this, like I said, that lady before, she has caused an issue where the line has been behind her because she's been indecisive. You can't say, look at this issue when you have been the issue before. Don't do that. That's my rant. So that is why I got here a little later. And just being irresponsible too. She knew that black lady, because remember I told you she's caused issues before holding up the line. She gets in here with her daughter. I'm like, it's already past 8. I'm like, I do get it every day. It's my little sweet treat after I drop everybody off. I drop my husband off at work. We all go to drop him off, and then I drop my son off at school, and then I go get coffee and come home. And then that's where I'm usually like, you know, make my art. So it's my little treat. Like, I can spare that. I can budget that. Yeah. I guess that's all I'll say for that, but don't be a problem. Just if you have, there is no grounds if you want to point stuff out, but you have been the problem if it's not obvious to you. Don't do that. I think that's kind of obvious. Like, you need to be the solution first before you want to start checking people. Yeah, that's just weird. It's weird. All right. So I was thinking we chill and just do some punch needling, and then later today, I actually have some paperwork I need to do. I need to submit class attendance for yoga so I can get paid. It's really interesting stuff that if anybody has questions and you want to be a yoga teacher or an independent contractor, because that's what I do. I'm a yoga teacher, and I also am an artist. I make art, do commissions, I do markets. I do a lot of shit to get this bread. It's not easy, but if I can share something to help somebody, you know. But yeah, today I got to do bookkeeping. I do bookkeeping once a week. I did have some payments come through. Thank goodness. We need that cheddar. It's good when they finally pay on time. There's this one place, I ain't trying to come at people. There's one place, and they always try to pay me in the middle of the month, even though I submit my invoice in the middle of the previous month. And they have until the 1st to pay me. So like, they actually paid me early before the service. I'm like, thank you. Like, you don't know how much that means to me. That means like groceries or gas or something. Like, yo. So yeah, I've been an independent contractor since 2018, which is really crazy to say. So it's about to be like a decade of me being self-employed. I'm not going to tolerate disrespect on this channel. So I speak too much. We ain't even gotten to the that's what I mean about we're just gonna put you in a timeout. The hairstyle is just the hairstyle. Like, I wake up and I work for myself. I know I might have to explain it for new people here, but it's just like, you need to go do your research before we formulate, what is it, empty opinions. I will call it that. Like, what's good, everybody? Formulating an empty opinion. If you go on my channel, you've seen I've done hair journeys. I've done, when I have freeform locks, I've taken y'all on the journey of getting my yoga certificate. I've taken y'all to a couple markets, setting up markets, chilling at the markets, and I do all of the behind the scenes of how I make my art. That's what this channel is about, right? So I'm not gonna have like the negative, weird stuff. And I've already said, like, let that energy just 360, do a spin the block right back. Anyway, just keep it chill. Thanks. It's just, I mean, it comes out of my head. Nobody, like, listen to how ignorant you sound with this empty opinion. Nobody complains about white people and their straight hair. But every time a black person or somebody who has coarse or thick hair is doing something unique with it, we have to have questions about it. Think about that, because the jokes aren't really funny. Yeah. You need to think about how the field is not even, and you want to just, you know, I want to indirectly be racist and make a little hee hee ha ha joke, but it's not funny. So stop. Yeah. So today we're going to do punch needling. I'm making mouse pads. If you want to learn how to make mouse pads and you're, you know, a person with one of these, you know, a brain up there, a functioning one, you know. What's up? You're a solo. What color? I'm not understanding that question. Comment. Anyway, This channel is about equality and respect for the creator, who you are watching, me, Ashley. I am a person and I do have feelings. And respecting the people of the chat. I don't want people to feel not safe coming into this chat because weird niggas want to be in here. Those people are slowly being filtered out. We do have a few mods on this channel. But yeah, where is, who was here? Did they join? One of my regulars, they have not joined. What's this? Hold on. Did I pause the live? Okay, no, I was tripping. Hold on. Yeah, dogs do have feelings. All living life has feelings. And this was that Gaetra? No, I have to check. Is it Pathways to Joy? I have to read one of the books. One of the books is like, see God in everything. But, you know, I don't bring God into my lives because I don't want to offend people who are on different spiritual journeys. In my yoga education, it was like, see God in all living things. You know, it's a reflection, it's the life, it's the respect. You wouldn't talk to a homeless person like this, right? You would, different from how you would talk to a doctor. Oh, because he's a doctor, he has more ranks, or however your brain has been washed. I don't even have a better term. Your brain has been compromised in its neural pathways to believe that a doctor has more, you give more respect to a doctor than you would a homeless person. That's not how it works here. And so that's what the understanding of is, to see God in everyone and to respect everyone. So what's good, Circuit? I was just checking on those. Yeah, Lap, you're weird. What's good? We're gonna get started. There's a lot of people up in here that are questionable. There's real ones, and the real ones haven't said anything. And then there's like the weird people that just keep saying stuff that's clearly racist and insensitive to animals. A couple of animals have been mentioned. What's good? Yeah. Let's just, like I said, let's just be sensitive. Whew. I need to go charge my air pump. That's what I need to do. I brought it in my purse. The art's gonna be going well. I'll show y'all what we did. I didn't do anything last night. I was just chilling. But yeah, today I was just letting y'all know we're probably gonna try to end within an hour of now, because I need to do some bookkeeping. I need to do like payroll stuff. Send in my forms and all of that good stuff so I get paid for teaching. If anybody wants to hear tips or has questions on how to become a contracted yoga instructor, let me know. I'm bring my water and all of that. I need to go grab my charger, and we're gonna get down to business. I'm gonna put my water bottle over here though. So I haven't worked on the corset or the punch needling from yesterday. It just became a day. I ended up getting a tire replaced. We're gonna get a microphone. We'll get mic'd up. Yeah, cows are my favorite animal though. I'm like, don't come at cows. My whole chair, I got a cow chair. my phone case is a cow. Oh, we're gonna go charge this thing. Need to charge the phone. We should light an incense. That'd be nice. Let's light an incense. What is this? I need to charge this pump before I forget. So I'm gonna put y'all on blow. This is my air pump. I recommend everybody has an air pump for your cars for like emergencies, and so you can avoid paying for air. That's really weird. Get you a little pump that can fit in your glove compartment. It also got a light on it. I'm not gonna mess with all of that, but yeah. Especially if you live in the Midwest or where it gets cold. The air, you lose air in the tires overnight, so then like the pressure will get low. But mine gets low to like 27 or whatever, and then that's when the sensor will turn on, but then it just needs to get up over like 30, so I don't even have to pump it that long, and then the sensor will turn off. We are going to get mic'd up so we can chit chat. They all got mixed up. Okay, so I'll show you what we got going on. This is my incense right here, and yeah, it's a lot of dust. I love using incense. It's a hand like this. The incense fits in the fingers, which is really cool. You can't see it right now, probably. Oh yeah, this is also like when I sage. I have a cow ashtray. I love cows, y'all. I told you my mirror fell. Like, I don't know. I used to have a mirror over there. I had to figure out how to put this mirror back up. I love dragon's blood sage. I love it as the incense. As the sage, it's all right. You use that for deep cleanses. So I do home cleanses. If anybody is like in Wisconsin, I'm willing to travel in Wisconsin to do home blessings. If you know how like a priest or a pastor, like my parents had a pastor come to our house when we first bought our house when I was really young. And he prayed in every room. But I do saging and home blessings. So coming in there, setting intentions in the rooms. I always do that. Like, I try to sage at least when we're now, because I'm in the school year, at least probably like once a month. I did remember to do it at like the beginning of the month. But yeah, I don't know. Any other questions on that, let me know. But unfortunately, I go to Walmart because they have incense and they're like 99 cents. Target doesn't have incense. A store like that does not have incense. They have candles and like that's it. Or I have to go to, unfortunately, Hobby Lobby. And so I say that is like, do your research, look into the beliefs of these big box companies I'm telling y'all about. Spend your money wisely. It's also another thing. I'm always a person, when I have money, where my money goes is very important to me. If it's for Dunkin', that gives me energy. I love it. It makes me happy. There's a reason to everything of that I buy. And then you look over the years, like we're getting on a tangent. You look over the years, I don't have like the most extravagant house, but like I have a lot of intentional stuff. I love buying art, so I've invested a lot in art, etc. Yeah, I'm just be very intentional. We got off the track about incense. I just get a few packs and I saved this holder that's lavender. This is from Walmart. And then like my incense are probably from Hobby Lobby right now that I'm going through. There are a couple different ones. I'm thinking of actually adding, see, these are a couple different flavors we got. I think I have sandalwood and relax or something they called it. They didn't even give it a scent. That's how generic they be. I wish there was they're called metaphysical. I wish there was like a metaphysical store nearby. Then I would go there to buy incense, but I'm sure they jack up the price. Honestly, I don't like when I have to pick my incense out one by one. I don't like that because I'm not going to remember the scent. Somebody asked me, what are you burning? Like the dial up sound effect. I don't remember. Hang on. Okay, so now y'all can probably hear me better. Um, oh, that's super cool because you're probably in a different, region. So bro, I swear, they have the cold, like, bro. Let me scratch my head. People from around the world, not from the United States, are so cold in arts and crafts. When I see an amazing embroidery project, this is always on Facebook. I'm getting fed this type of content. If it's embroidery, somebody making, like, showing you how to sew, I'm like, bro, I never would have thought of sewing or stitching like that. Bro, there's so much to tell y'all. To get into stump work, which is like making 3D embroidery. Yes, you can make your 3D it, like, I do roses. You see my roses. My roses is very basic stump work, but, like, you can, like, build onto it, and, like, you could have, like, 3D stuff coming off your clothes or something. It's a really cool skill to learn. Um, anyway, I'm trying not to get off. I didn't learn about stump work until I seen somebody from a different country showing a tutorial on how to do that. And another example, you see the coldest crochet shit, and you're like, well, okay, look, this person is in the United States. I'm probably gonna get some pretty good shipping. Let me see and reach out how much this is gonna be. And then it goes to the person, you're like, this person's from a different country. Like, I love, like, bro, people from different countries, and, like, we going through this terror situation, but, like, people from different countries they be having the coldest skills, bro. Like, I don't ever get to see, like, that type of cool stuff, like, at a market. I'll see, like, this is no hate, but it's just like there's like such more detailed skills you can learn if you just keep refining your craft. Like, some people, I'm not saying like, oh, he peaked. Well, people will stop at, like, I'm just gonna give it an example that's really easy to understand, like crocheting. I keep going back to crocheting because we understand what that is. Just generally speaking, people start making, it's usually tote bags, bucket hats, cardigans, maybe blankets. So a lot of people don't be making blankets and putting them at markets, and then they'll get into, like, making the stuffed animals. You know what I mean? But then, like, somebody be making, I'm gonna give you, like, the most wildest example. Somebody will be making, like, a like them canopy beds. When I was little, the bed with the 4 pillars on it. You know what I'm talking about? It's got the 4 points. Somebody would make a crochet thing that was a crochet canopy for the bed. Or I don't see people be making some curtains, like crochet curtains. I'm like, bro, that's so unique. That's something I would want to buy. That's that you don't have to think about it. I'm just gonna give you my money because I'm never gonna see this again. Like, that's what I'd be wanting to go and see, you know, or I can't think of some other ideas or some way, a different pattern. Everybody will do, like, once they know how to crochet, they'll stick to, like, the basic pattern on how to make a bikini. A lot of, like, bralettes you'll see too, like, when we get into clothes. Um, but then you'll see somebody make some, like, braided, they added beads. Like, it's always adding a new medium. So, like, they'll put, like, some beads, and then the person will be from a different country. It's like, how am I gonna order this? I want to see that stuff over here too. That's all I'm saying. So I got my embroidery hook. I said, if somebody crocheting from over here, don't do it. I guess that's something I'm gonna have to learn because I'm trying to I'm trying to get some cold stuff. So okay, we're on a tangent. Like, but I really just want to see more, like, cool stuff, like, at fairs. Y'all need to step it up. If you from Wisconsin, y'all need to step it up. We tired of seeing the gnomes. We tired of seeing the cricket shirts that say uh mama or mom, boy mom. You know what I mean? We tired of seeing that. Show me some cool stuff. Like, show me some unique stuff. That's something that you went and you just brought the instructions and then remade it. I want to see something that you thought of from an idea to the physical. That would be cool. Okay. That would be cold. I'm sorry. And I'm really not trying to sound like that. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I didn't do anything else. I got y'all kind of all squared away over here.
I didn't do anything else on the punch needling, but right now, if you're new on this journey, I'm working on some mouse pads. I thought I pulled the stringer. It makes sense. See, so we did like a Miss Bellum. This one's like she a redhead, so she got orange hair. Powerpuff Girls kind of tribute. And then I wanted to do this anyway for Black women. You don't got to be Black to buy my art. I don't know. I feel like my chin is on the microphone. If I need to say that, you do not have to be Black to buy my art. Black Girl Yogi. I have like a sticker that says Black Girl Yogi. I'm the Black Girl Yogi. You are supporting me by just buying the sticker. You don't have to be Black. Because I feel, and I say this respectfully, there's like acquaintances or people I meet and they'll like my art. They'll be like a white woman, but it'll be like, you can't touch my hair. The you can't touch my hair button that I make, and it has a Black girl on it. Because when I was little, I'm getting like congested. When I was little, remember, my mom would braid my hair. I'd have unique hairstyles than the rest of my classmates because I went to school in the suburbs, right? So, and there'd be just like teachers, white teachers, even kids that would touch my hair when I was little. I'm like, you don't do that to like an adult. You wouldn't walk up to a random adult as you're an adult. Is that not assault? Or it could get to that point. You know what I mean? You walk up to someone, you didn't even say hi or anything like that. That actually used to happen to me as a kid. So like that's what I mean. Like when I make my art, everything has a meaning to it. So those buttons, I'm getting tired. Um, my art that represents Black people is like it's a little representation of me. So that's what you're supporting me. Like at the end of the day, I want to be the artist, the person that has this whole shop, and everything is handmade by me. So there's the every ever since like when I was making like we'll have to do another art tour. So we'll have to make a day for that. Thank you for the likes, y'all. When I would make my art, I had to do a concentration. If you've been following, like I honestly didn't really have a following like that. I was kind of doing YouTube my senior year, or it was definitely like after I graduated high school. I was doing videos with my boyfriend, now my husband. I got like, bro, look at my community tab page. It wasn't the most extravagant, but YouTube like acknowledged that I've been on YouTube for 10 years. But anyway, when I was younger doing art, I was doing mostly 2D art. And I was, most of my art was colored pencils, and like most of it is a representation of me. Um, there's like I had to do a concentration for my AP art class of 10, 10 pieces I needed to create. And I chose to use animals. Like, just think of this idea, bro. I'm like 17 or 18 thinking of this. Animals with human characteristics. So I made like a panda and a tiger arm wrestling. Like I drew this at like 17, 18 years old, bro. What the fuck? That's so random. I made like a Ferris wheel, and it had like these pieces are available. If anybody wants like my earlier art, I have it. It's in the back. I did like a Ferris wheel, and I had the wheel all hands because I've always been about equality. So the hands, you just have okay. Hold on. We're gonna just do an art tour because I want y'all to understand. Like respectfully, I've been that nigga the whole time. Let me grab my art. It's stuck. Is this the one? Or is it this one? What's in here? Oh, those are older. Let me grab this one. This is a lot of art. This is so heavy, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna I gotta educate. And I mean that like in a respectful way. I'm not saying that in like a crazy way. I gotta educate. Okay. So But I was saying I had to do this concentration. Let me turn this light on. 10 pieces, and I chose, my theme was animals with human characteristics. So it's always been like a representation of me. You do not, so like answering the question, you do not have to be black to buy my art, because I've always grown up in predominantly white spaces. Like I grew up in the suburbs, school, I was a minority, and even my work spaces, I'm still the minority. But a lot of my art is just a representation of me. So when I like, this is stuff that I was doing my 4 years of high school, and then I just added them, some pieces, to my final senior project. So like I was doing this my medium, like I said, was colored pencil, and I used oil pastels. So like I said, the theme was like animals with human characteristics. You see, this is a black person. This is like a representation of me. Like I used to like perm my hair and all that, but I don't know. I was just, I'm just showing y'all, this is some of my earlier art. Um, and I am willing, if anybody's interested, to part with these. Like, bro, this shit is so cold. Always like wanting to think outside of the box. Let me show you. This one is really cool. Oh yeah, I told you I love cows. Like I did like a cow silhouette. When they told us we had to do silhouettes, I was like, I want to do cows. It's obviously I'm going to do a cow. So, and I made like a sunset. This is like from high school stuff. What's up? Anthropomorphic. I used to sign my name really cute too, if you can read that. Ashlee backwards, but I used to put like a flower in it. Thanks. Okay, this is the one I was going to show y'all. Then I saw that one. Okay, where is it? See? This was like something I added to my concentration piece. It's a fish. You see the fish's face, but it's an eyeball. But why is the eyeball brown? Because it's mine. It's my eye. A fish out of water. Look at the reflection. This was all colored pencil. This light ain't doing it. I need to maybe turn another light on, but I really tried to make the bowl bend and all of that. This is okay. Look at this. See? When I would draw my pieces, they were always done in black shades because I never seen like black shades. All of the art around me, you know, if like your art is a representation of you anyway, even if you're not like making people and shades of people, but I'm like I never like seen like you if you see like I'm just doing like a funny example. Was there somebody that was like that? I can't think. But like if I feel like it was Family Guy, but probably not. I'm drawing a blank, but like an animal, like a chicken, robot chicken. Wasn't that no, that he was a robot. But I mean, like it'd be like white arms or something like that. But like seeing something with the with some black people hands. Every time I drew my art, I would honestly be holding my hand in the right shape. And like I would try to keep my hand like that. I erase it and then like I would bring it back to it. I don't know. So that's how like I used to draw. I love drawing like hands and stuff like that. So I, I'm just we're off topic already. And like I've always been about equality. This was something I made in high school too, but it's like all shades of hands as like a little Ferris wheel. And there's like a black boy and a white girl. And they're running. They're gonna run to the ticket booth. So like if you're just joining this was like my concentration um of pieces. This one was featured in a book. This one's really cool. Where I'm pulling up like 3 pieces. This is Sheila the squid. So I actually held my hands in this shape, but I made the hands white this time. That's my squid. This one's like one of my favorites. I've been asked to make prints. We'll figure that out one day. But I'll have prints probably of this one and the original piece. So this stuff is like from 2015, y'all. And prior. This one was cold. Look at this. This is colored pencil. There's more, but oh, the feet were cool. The feet would be like a cold. I'll show y'all the feet, and that'll be it. What time is it? It's almost. We'll try to do like 30 minutes of punch needling here. But I need to show y'all the feet. The feet will be the last thing I show y'all. And like I had a like two more part of this concentration. I think there's a lot. This was heavy. But this would be cool to have as a set if anyone is interested. So remember the I'm going to try to stand up and hold my folder. The theme was animals with human characteristics. Anyway, like I did this one's called berry feet. There's like berries in the shading. I thought the shading was really cool. And then this is like scales and toes and the feet. I thought the feet of that one was really nice. But yeah, that would be really cool, like as a set. All right, we're done. We're done with show and tell. It's already been just kind of a kind of day. Duncan took a little while, a little minute. All right, now I need to try to put this back because I was fighting behind this shelf I got. Will it slide? I honestly don't even know how. Can it bend? Oh, dropping my yoga mat. No, it's not gonna bend it. I have to just mess with this later. I'm not trying to do that right now. So I'm gonna just leave this door open. I don't want my knuckles to get all scraped up. All right, back to work. That was a lot of bending. Thank you. So eventually we'll get those prints. I don't know when. My camera has dust on it. I haven't like used my camera. I don't know if I can say I haven't had time, but I've been putting my energy into a lot of stuff. I'm gonna balance this on my knees. Make sure I didn't roll over my yarn. Okay. Starting to get cold out. We had them hot days. Immediately I put my sandals back. I put my glove on wrong. Thank you. I think eyes were like hard. I love drawing like hands and feet because like I always would have like my hand out like as a reference as like I'm trying to my hand would be out and it would also be holding the paper because I mostly worked with paper and did that. Okay. We're coming back to the afros. Yeah. It was all wrapped around. Oh, we popped a few stitches. Hope I'm not on the microphone. Because y'all know I be leaning. I be leaning, leaning. So today supposedly should be chill. I made chili yesterday. I make a lentil chili. I think I told y'all yesterday I was gonna make that. And I make a pot for like yesterday. I'll make it for 2 days. So we'll have lunch already ready and it's just like right in time. Actually, I need to stop at Target and get some more shredded cheese. I'll put like a little cheese on top. Yes, posture check. Lentils. I think it was like 48 degrees. Wisconsin people, or I'll just say probably Midwest people over here, they like to play a game of when's the last, like they'll wait to the last minute to turn their heat on. So I woke up, the house was cold. I already have my heated blanket on my bed. I'm not playing. I don't like being cold. So my heated blanket already on the bed. I didn't use it last night, but um I just used it as just an extra layer in the bed. But I woke up, it was like 48 degrees and the heat is not on, so it's just like nothing's running. So the house was cold. When the heat kicks on in the house, it should be getting hot. Because I got a little, that's my little furnace door. I think somebody asked about that before. I have like a really weird way I turn my heat on. We don't have central air, so we have an AC unit and then usually some fans going. Um, but my furnace is in that door. I have a thermostat and I can adjust the thermostat, but I open the door and I flip a light switch and then like that's how the heat turns on. Yeah, it getting cold. Carrie and I were just talking about how it was like negative 18 degrees one year. Like that was the coldest it ever got. And it was actually so cold that the car would not start. I don't play about the cold. Y'all, if you knew, y'all know I don't play about the cold. I have a heated blanket. I even got like a portable one. When this one I'm like, niggas don't know how like hard I'll actually go for something. I used to open this gym and this gym was like super cold. It was in a freaking shed. So if it would be 40 degrees outside, the gym would be 40 degrees. If it was like getting colder, like winter time, and I'm setting up, I would wear gloves to set up all the weights for the boot camps I was teaching. Like anyway, I would sleep in my car outside. I dropped my husband off, and like this job was like really far out. My job was past my husband's job, so I'm like, I ain't. It was like 10 minutes, and then I would have been at that gym. So I'm like, I'm not going all the way home to sleep for like an hour or two. So I'm gonna just sleep in my car. So I got like a heated blanket and I've had that for years. But yeah, if I need to, I got a heated blanket I can bring with me now. I think, or I may have been just a few years old. So that cord may broke finally. It was like a USB. You bring like a portable battery and you can have a portable heated blanket. But then I also got a heated coat. I do not play about the cold. Soon as it, nope, I'm not about to sit in my cold car and wait for my cold car to warm up. I'm gonna have the coat going. I will pre-warm my coat so I'm already sweating in the house by the time I leave, temperature already matched. This is like when the snow is out. I'll pre-warm up and if we at the mall or something, I'm pre-warming up my jacket so I can walk to the car. We got to wait for the car to warm up. I don't play about the cold. My hats slowly get to fleece as well. Um, you'll notice my hats will change. I'll be wearing like probably like a light beanie. Then it'll slowly switch to a fleece inside beanie. Thank you for the likes. You have to wear long johns. Yeah. Good morning. We had like an art tour. We did a lot. I said a lot. I never lit the damn candle and it's already 9, y'all. Oh well. We had that whole talk. I knew I was going to get distracted. It's too much. It's too much to say. Mm, This is the Hobby Lobby brown I'm using. I'm trying it out for the first time. Punch needling, actually trying out this color in general. I noticed that this yarn, even though I tried to get the non-slick looking yarn or silk looking yarn, I don't know how to say it. Um, it's still like really skinny. It's skinnier than Big Twist. So I keep trying to check my work. I'm gonna go to Afro. Let me. Oh, that's why. Because my light, my phone light is on the other table. I can't really show you. It's a dark brown. It's just kind of slick to work with. I had a thick yarn and trying to work through. I think I was using this. I had already had to switch to Premier cloth. This is Premier cloth. I'm punch needling on. And it's the holes are slightly smaller. They're not as forgiving as working with I need to do a posture check. I can already feel myself leaning. As working with monk's cloth, but it frays crazy. I will give it that. When I cut my cloth to frame, it does not fray. So that's nice. This stays as is. It'll be getting even crazier than this. You see this fraying? If you were to cut monk's cloth and then stretch it here, it'd be fraying crazy. Popping stitches. Need to pull more yarn. All right. I kind of want to come down. I gotta promote more the open house. So if you're local, my open house is October 18th. It's gonna be like 12 to 3 or 12 to 5. I have to double check. And you're welcome to just stop in. You don't have to stay the whole time. You can just say hi. Um, and I'm opening my doors. I want people to come check out the space. Because I moved here in March to my new office space. You know what happened when I was in Racine? That was crazy. I was like some out of a movie how crazy that was. But now I'm in Mequon. The open house is October 18th, and I'll be doing discounts on my Reiki services, so energy work. And Reiki services, I can provide distant Reiki, which is you can do um, over via virtual chat. Um, but there'll be a discount for that. Yoga services I offer online and in person. They'll be in person at the office space. And I'll provide all of the materials, the equipment. Um, what else? There's a book signing. So October, I think it's like the 4th or 5th year. I have to double check that I wrote a book and it became an Amazon bestseller. So I wrote my first book and it was 20 authors and I was the only African American woman featured in that book. So the art and truth of transformation for women. You can order the book if you want to have it shipped to you on my website, ashleecrazyyoga.com. And Ashlee, how I spell my name on this channel, 2 E's. Ashlee Crazy Yoga. And yeah, so I wrote a book on opening my yoga studio and wanting to provide a space to the community that was all welcoming because, I'm going on a tangent now. When I first started teaching, like this is almost 10 years ago, which is crazy. When I first started teaching yoga, they weren't, these facilities were not serving the people. Yeah, we just want your money. Come on in. I had a lady with MS. I was working at like a sports club or whatever you call it, athletic club, and she had MS. So it was hard for her to get up and down to participate in my yoga class. I go up to the front counter. I'm like, I've been taught to how to use props when I'm teaching. So I'm like, I just need to get her a chair. And I've been teaching for so long, I double queue. So I'll queue something for people who are not using a chair, and then I'll add like another queue for somebody who is in the chair so they can follow my yoga classes. And the I went up to the front desk and they're like, we don't provide chairs. So why did you tell this lady to sign up? I'm sure she told you her medical work. Um, and maybe some accommodations that may need to be had. And if you said yes, like you are a terrible athletic club, and they were racist. Um, and that's why I speak so heavily about equality. I already told y'all how working at that place, I've already shared. There's a video literally out there if you need to be caught up on the tea. That was the tea before people were saying the tea. But the inequality, I feel like as a Black girl, I was the pioneer for young Black yoga women teachers. And over here, I only know probably four, probably four Black yoga teachers, maybe five in this area. And that's after almost teaching for a decade. Now, that just shows you like how this saturated, not saturated, but like predominantly you see white women as yoga teachers. I want to be the representation for people to feel comfortable coming to my class. You know, it doesn't matter how you look, this is an all welcoming space. And that's what I was honestly, what I was preaching when I first opened my yoga studio. Life is already crazy enough. So, like, you can at least come here and just chill. If you need to, like, cry, go ahead. Because, like, it'd be crazy, like, in an office space for somebody to just burst out into tears. You got to conceal that, go into the car, go into the bathroom to cry. I'm like, bro, we are humans. And, that's why I said it's a tangent. Um, you are meant to feel what you need to feel. So it really be feeling like a come as you are, kind of space. And I'll have people never met this person that just sign up for class and then we get to talking about life or whatever after class. And this is like me first just meeting the person and they feel comfortable enough to open up to me. So I just want to always feel like a safe space for people. You already got your boss acting up, maybe something else is going on. Why would I want to add more stress? And like, just noticing the accommodations and the things that these other yoga spaces that were owned by white people, how they didn't take those small things into consideration. So at my studio, I made sure we had chairs. I made sure we had bolsters with like pillows, blocks, straps, any equipment that you may need. You can still do a yoga class and you can still do it with a chair. They wouldn't advertise that though. Notice that. I'm actually preparing to do a post about chair yoga. I offer yoga you can do from a chair. So you don't even got to stand up. If you are wheelchair bound or you rely on using like a cane or something, I teach a whole class you can from your chair. So that's my thing about making yoga accessible and affordable to the community. I think we were going off of the book, but yeah. So that that's all pretty much what I talk about in my book. And I have my story is on page 9. There was 19 other women featured, but yeah. I have copies, so I encourage you if you want a copy of the book, The Art and Truth of Transformation for Women, to reach out to me, or you can check out the website because they sent me copies and I actually do earn something from it rather than it being purchased off of Amazon. And I could sign it for you. So we're doing a book signing. Book signing at the open house. Service discount deal. I'm sorry, it's gonna be loud. Thank you. And a discount on the goods if I didn't say that. So there'll be a sale on my art at the open house. And you can contact me too if you want to wait until the 18th and see what deals. If you want to take advantage of those deals, you can wait until the 18th. And I do provide um, video call, like virtual services too. Like we went super hybrid with that during like 2020. It was crazy because that's the year I opened my studio, and then immediately that started happening. So yeah, I've been through a lot. But I've adapted so much with that always being my mission, to make wellness accessible and affordable. You can be in person or you can meet with me online. So online clothing deals, online service deals, book signing. I'm going to have refreshments. Maybe one other thing, but I think that's it. We're also doing the Reiki teacher trainings. So if you want to learn how to do Reiki, which is a form of energy work, we have an in-person and online training you can participate in. If you've already been certified for like level 1 and you want to join us on level 2, you just need to send me your certificate for level 1, and then you can sign up for the level 2 training, and then etc. If you've already been level 2 certified, you can sign up for the master training. That's happening every Sunday. So this Sunday's the 12th, right? I think it's the 12th. That's going to be level 2. The 19th, master level 3 training. And if you want to learn how to add singing bowls and tuning forks um, to your services, if you're already like a practitioner, you're building up a clientele as a Reiki therapist, um, you can join the extra credit training, which is on the 26th, of the sound healing and crystal integration. How to use tuning forks, singing bowls, rain sticks, um, tongue drums, kalimbas, anything really. We kind of go through that. Thank you. What time is it? 9:20. I don't know. If I could get this done by 9:30, that would be cool. I got about 10 minutes to see how far I get. And I don't. That's a big old truck. I got some stuff I need to try to do on the computer before I go pick up my son. And we need to go to Target so I can get some cheese. I'm gonna try to fill up this little space. All right. Scissors. This I'll show you what we're doing. No! Oh. This is what I mean. Was it the scissors or was it the yarn? I cut it, then it pulled a little bit and it pulled it out. So I'm gonna cut that. Why is it already trying to get like weirdly twisted up? Trying to like unravel on me. My coffee. I think like a medium might be just enough. See? Was it the scissors or was it the yarn that time? Because that just did a single cut through. Itchy. Make some socks. Everyone is saying that. I do want to learn how to make socks, but I don't know how. I could make some stockings. That would be cool. So hit me up. That would be like a cool commission to do, making like some Christmas stockings. So this is as far as I got. I'm gonna try to fill in the rest of this area in about 10 minutes. I seen a sock loom. That's a whole new skill to learn though. Looms are a little difficult, bro. Looms are how I with the knitting wheel. It kind of looks like a loom to me. But I use a knitting wheel to make my hats, my little beanies. These are available in my shop. Um I learned I had it was like a little learning curve with learning how to use a knitting wheel. And now I can make hats and scarves. But there's like a specific one. I don't know if you can make socks with this one. Because then it doesn't make sense for me to get that machine. I have to double check if I can use my knitting wheel to make socks. If not, then I'll buy the sock loom if I need to. It was cheap, but now I don't know if I want to check the price now with how things have been going. I would love to make socks though. There's so many cute yarns. Mhm. What is going on? You need to stay up. And my chair ain't pushing forward, it's pushing to the side. It's already time to pull out some more yarn. Yeah, it's getting thick over here for no reason. What's going on? Hard for me to punch down. That string is getting annoying. You need to chill, cuz. You all up in the way. Hey, what's up? We're trying to finish filling in this space before 9:30. I don't know if it'll happen. We got 6 minutes. It could, but I don't go that fast. I'm trying to go fast. But it's getting thick, so it's hard for me to punch in some spots. Running out of string. What a mess. I had Carrie like laughing so hard last night. I was doing my Sean impression. I don't even remember what I was saying. It was like so freaking funny. All right. Back at another dead end. So I cut so I can lift up and plant myself in a new spot. Hey, everybody. Where was I? I was here yesterday. I clocked in. I was a little late because they had a rush at Dunkin' this morning. Uh-oh. Are we getting into a dead end over here? Okay, I can spin around. We might actually hit the corn on this, y'all. I have another project I need to show y'all. Um, Also how I avoid artist block or whatever. People be calling it when they write writer's block. How I avoid artist block, I have like a hold on. I just need a lot of yarn. It's being annoying. I have a running list of ideas. I'm not messing around. I love making art so much. So I'll pick and choose from that list of a new project to start. Then I never run out of ideas. When the inspiration sparks, write it down, write it down. What does SpongeBob say? Write that down, write that down. So I be writing down all of my ideas. And bro, I'm busy. I got 2 pages to work from. 2 pages of ideas. And I stay within the realm of my medium, yarn. I like using yarn. So maybe I'm gonna be punch needling with the yarn. Maybe I got an idea and I wanna make a painting with my yarn. What's the other thing I do? Or maybe I'm stitching yarn to clothing. I'll be doing that too. Um so I always have the supplies. I'm always thinking of ideas where I already have the supplies, and then like naturally I can just write down an idea. Um I was making hair clips, so we're getting distracted. We got 2 minutes, but I got a really small square, so that was a distraction on my part. We may finish like a minute or two later. I'm working. But I started an idea for embroidery hair clips. So I'm gonna show you. I haven't gotten far with it. I haven't really had the inspo to go back to it because I've been doing a couple back-to-back sewing projects already. And so I can tell in my body that I'm getting a little burnt out from doing sewing projects. So I switched it up with punch needling. You see? So I'm always rotating fiber arts or punch needling. Maybe I want to embroider something. Maybe I want to paint something. And it's just a whole list. Come on. We getting to the end. Kind of when I get to the middle, I know it's thick, so I don't really mind if the lines are a little wide. Almost done, y'all. We might finish. Ooh. I'm making some mouse pads. Yeah. This little spot I'm filling in, but I'm like, it's pretty thick. She thick, 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 thick. How did that go? I think that was actually a song. It was released in a video, so some some like remnants of that. All right, I cut this so I can do another section. I do it the afro part section by section. Let me put this off to the side. Finished at 9:30. Look at that. So I just did the brown afro. There we go. Then I'm gonna do look at this karate. I'm gonna do another section, probably draw a line here down and then work myself in the little box. Do another section over here, etc., etc. till we get to the very end. But we're making afro pads, afro mouse pads. You can use them to rest your teacup on, or your pot, or I don't know, some decor. And I'm gonna put little ribbons on it. It's gonna be so cute. And if you've been waiting for me to restock some coasters, cookie coasters are coming back, evil eye coasters, smiley face coasters. One, two, three. And I have two more I'm gonna do on here, but yay! All right, we finished. This is what it looks like from this side. Best I can do. And that is that. Let me show y'all, because we wireless with the microphones. Let me show y'all. If you missed it yesterday, that's how the corset's coming along. Oop, that's a picture frame. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, I got to do some bookkeeping though. I'm gonna take my gloves off. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being a friend. My next thing, I'm gonna check in with my client on the corset and see if there's anything else, because we need to take it in a little bit. So I might need to try to stitch it together. If there's anything else they want to add before I try to take it in. And then I got to try to sew this purse. So I'm going to be sewing this strap back on. My friend dropped off their bag. So I got some black leather, and we're going to do probably like a saddle stitch, and I think I can put this back together. Isn't that cute? So much. Yeah. So much going on. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having fun. Thank you for being a vibe. But now we're done. I will see you later. Tomorrow's Thursday. I don't have anything going on Thursday unless it's crazy at Dunkin' again, bro. I swear, people are trying to get on the Dunkin' trend. Since I've been going to Dunkin', now everybody want to go there. So if there ain't no line, we're going to try to start at 8. I always try to start my lives from 8 a.m. Central Time to about 9:30, 9:40 a.m. And with that, I'm on the other platforms too. You can find me on all of them. FBIGTT. Snapchat. That one, I don't know if I could abbreviate SC, if people knew that abbreviation. But I will see you in the online universe. Bye.